What you doing that for?
How you doing, bud? I was just out here checking on you. I saw you kind of roll up, roll away, and you living over here? You just want to give me your ID, make this simple?
So I'm about to reach.
Okay, you have any weapons on you?
No. You messing with me, I'm eating.
Put the shoot aside. Put the food aside. Do you have any weapons on you right now?
No, sir.
Okay. Don't go reaching.
So I'm arrested or something?
No, sir.
So why are you searching me? What are you doing? That's
Because
crazy.
you started reaching around. I'm talking.
I started
to
you told me to get my ID.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Just Following Orders. We're in Roanoke, Texas today, where we have a case of both racial profiling and a case of knowing when to keep your mouth shut and when you should know your rights and stand up for yourself. Because we have an officer from the Roanoke, Texas Police Department who approaches this black man while he's in his car just eating his food. Apparently not in any place where he's not supposed to be, because the officer never says anything about him being on private property, closed hours, in a mysterious place, in a drug-infested area, nothing like that. But he approaches him and starts asking him all kinds of different questions, and this brother, you'll see, but you'll get annoyed really quickly if you're used to these videos, because he just answers everything this officer asks him. But it's the things that this officer says. I want you to pay close attention, because he says some really contradictory things that are suspicious to me. So y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's start the video.
I'm sitting here eating, and it got the police just pulling up on side me or whatever. Go ahead and get your stupid ass back. How you doing? What you doing that for?
How you doing, bud? I was just out here checking on you. I saw you kind of roll up, roll away, and you living over here?
Yeah.
2001?
Yeah.
Okay. Have we dealt with you a little bit lately? What's your name, man?
Juan.
I know I haven't talked to you.
And he says, I know I haven't talked to you.
What's the deal? What do you got up going on tonight?
Look at the back of my truck, it got tools.
What's that?
In the back of my truck, it got tools.
Tools? Yeah. What are you up to? You going to work or?
Flat tires and stuff on the road.
That's what you're doing for work?
Yes, sir.
You work for a company?
I work for myself.
For yourself? Okay, how do you get customers?
See people with flat tires.
He shouldn't be answering any of these questions. These are not anything this officer needs to know.
Okay. Do you have anything on you you're not supposed to have on you tonight?
No, sir.
What's the conditions of your bond, sir?
I have none.
You have no conditions of your bond.
So if he's never dealt with him before, how does he know that he has a bond? You see what I'm saying?
So what were you arrested for the last 3 times?
How does he know that?
Here in Roanoke.
I don't know.
You got your ID on you? Juan, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You just want to give me your ID, make this simple?
So I'm about to reach.
Okay, you have any weapons on you?
No.
Because I know one time we dealt with you, you have weapons on you. I'll tell you what, stop reaching. All right.
So how do you know that? You just said you've never dealt with him before, and now you're saying the other time you've dealt with him, he had weapons. What? I don't understand what's going on here.
Step out the car for me.
So listen to this. Why am I stepping out the car? You messing with me, I'm eating.
Put the shoot aside. Put the food aside. Put the food aside.
That's crazy.
Keep your hands up where I can see them.
All right.
That's fine. Do you have any weapons on you right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't go reaching. Put the phone down for just a second. You can put it on record whatever you want to do.
Stop. Bitch. Oh, you eat my food.
Oh, good.
It's already gone now. I don't eat after dogs. Okay, so
I'm gonna pat you down. Make sure you don't have weapons.
Okay,
I know
go ahead.
we dealt with you one
Go
time.
ahead.
You had a gun on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your.
You just said you've never. Then you just said you've never dealt with him. Now you said I remember last time I dealt with you, you had a gun on you. Which one is it?
Thing.
Okay.
Do your thing, but this is bogus though. It's cool.
78, is that for me? I'm set for Mo's subject right now. I'm gonna pat him down real quick and talk to him. So the thing is, I know that my folks have talked to you before and you had a gun on you.
Okay.
And you were arrested for drugs, right? Cocaine.
That's what they say.
Okay. Put your hands right back up here on the top of your neck for me.
So I'm
Interlace your fingers, please.
oh.
Yeah, but just because he's been arrested for having cocaine before doesn't what does that mean for what he's doing now? He was just sitting in his car eating food. So anybody who's been arrested before, you could just pull them over because of something previous that happened to him. That's America for you. Like once a criminal, always a criminal in these people's eyes.
My God. So I'm arrested or something?
No, sir.
So why are you searching me? What are you doing? That's
Because
crazy.
you started reaching around.
I started. You told me to get my ID.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay.
This is where he should have told him, I do not consent to any searches or seizures.
Okay.
Okay.
You have your ID on you, sir.
Yes, sir, I do.
May I have your ID, please?
I'm about to
What crime have I committed?
reach and get it. Or you can go ahead and get it. Looking at reaching out. Unzip it.
Where's it at?
Unzip it.
It's unzipped.
I'm about to touch my pocket.
Louisiana?
Yes, sir.
You know, how long you been here in Texas?
I'll be back and forth.
Okay. So you live here or you live there?
I left both places.
So you took one out of Louisiana?
Yeah. Once again.
011310 011310 Last is Parnell versus Juan. Date of birth is
10/1/83.
10/1/1983. Black male. So here's my concern is that I think we've dealt with you a couple times here recently.
Okay.
Okay. The second to last time you had a weapon on you.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So
Both
they
times.
say-
What does that mean? Did he use the weapon? Did he threaten somebody with the weapon? What does that mean? People are allowed to have weapons.
They took you to jail for
So they say.
cocaine, right?
So they say.
Okay.
But I don't understand. Just because they took him before, what does that mean for right now?
Good.
Stop. Stop. Stone. Stop. Stop.
Do you know if he's got conditions about? Is there a way to look that up, please? So my concern is, right?
Yes, sir. I'm
You
listening.
can see where the concern.
I'm listening to you. I'm
Okay.
sitting right here eating food when you pull up. I didn't even see you behind me when I was about to pull off. I stopped because I see you behind me. You heard me? I'm not running from nothing. I'm just saying.
However, we have dealt with you two
Okay.
times very recently.
But listen to this. Every time y'all see me, y'all don't need to mess with me. That's crazy. That's cool.
Here's the thing, with your history and us, check out on you, man.
That's cool. Do
That's
y'all
my job.
thing. Do
It's
y'all thing.
4:00 in the morning.
Okay, and look in the back. I got tools. I got jacks. If somebody get in a flat, I'm going to fix it to get me some change. Simple as that. And it's like, yeah, that's crazy.
How are you gonna know somebody's out here?
If they
Like if they broke down right here in this one spot.
right here, I'll look right now and see. They have flashing lights.
Okay. We're gonna come check on
Yeah.
you. All right. I didn't know. I've never talked to you. I didn't.
Do the thing.
I've
know,
never met you.
I seen you with your son when y'all was at the Waffle House before. Yeah, and listen to this. Everybody don't look alike. You know? So it ain't none of that bullshit. Everybody, some people think all black people look alike. Some people think
Oh, you're saying I look?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you,
Are you
y'all
kidding me
don't,
right
everybody don't look alike, you heard?
No, I've never been up here with my son. So you got me mixed up with somebody else.
Gotcha.
All right, so you're telling me you got stuff back here working on something. You have anything?
His dog eating the shit out of his food.
Or you shouldn't have any phone.
Nope. And nope.
No.
Go ahead, finish.
Ah, you don't have any. You don't have any problem with me taking a look?
Yes, I do have a big problem. What is your problem? First of all, you stopping me for no reason. I'm sitting in a public place. I just got food from Waffle House, and this is harassment, man. That's exactly what it is.
This is not harassment. I mean, I've got somebody that's been arrested here twice, who has had a firearm on him, right? Has
So
been
they
arrested
say.
for.
I didn't have nothing on my person. I got company truck. I'm just saying though.
With your history,
Okay.
with your history, you're gonna get checked out.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen.
Cool.
And right now, this is consensual.
Alright.
You read the new lights?
Alright.
You heard that, right? The officer said it was consensual, so he could have not answered this officer's questions. He just didn't know that he didn't need to.
How can you right now? Have I told you you can't leave?
No.
It's
No.
consensual.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm having a conversation with you. I'm checking you out on you. I want to see who you are and what you're about.
Yes, sir. That's
All right.
understandable. I'm not doing no bullshit
With
right
your
now.
history, man.
I'm
I appreciate that. With your history, okay, I wouldn't be doing my job, okay, if I didn't check out with you.
But how would you even know that's me if you didn't come messing with this truck?
Because when I pulled in here, you immediately pulled away
From by the
and then
airport.
stopped. And then stopped. I was like, that's weird. It's just weird. I don't recognize your car. I run the tag. I see the name. And I know that we arrested you recently for drugs and for having a weapon. So I said, I'm going to go check out with him, see what he's up to. That's it. All right? Now, I want to go home at the end of my shift. There's a lot of guns in the state of Texas.
Yes, they do.
Fair enough.
A real life.
So that's the reason I asked you to stop reaching around and asked you to step out of traffic.
That's why I stopped reaching around. You heard me? I don't want no problem. Well, you have a good day.
We're gonna park up here right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But just understand with your history and your background, we're gonna check out.
Cool.
You have any questions for me?
What's your name?
Dr. McLean.
I understand that. Stormy. Stop. Move.
Oh, that man's food is gone. But anyways, that's the end of that video. So I got something wrong. He did, I guess, run his plate and see that he had some kind of priors, and that was the reason why he was being very assumptive about if he had bond conditions or if he had something in his car and the gun. But I mean, still, it just says profiling to me because one, why did you approach the truck in the first place? Okay, so you recognize a car that you don't recognize. Even if it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you see all kinds of cars on the road that you don't recognize. What you recognize every car in the area? I don't think so. So you approach this guy, you run his plate, you see that he has some kind of prior, and you wanted to go fishing. And you get worried and upset about the gun, even though just because the officers said that he had a gun on him last time. First of all, he didn't do anything with the gun. It didn't say that he pulled out a gun. It didn't say that he tried to assault anybody with the gun. But for some reason, you're scared of the gun, as if, you know, we all have a Second Amendment. Like, people shouldn't have to part from their car because you're scared of a weapon. He wasn't being threatening, and he was answering all your questions and being very cordial with you, even though he didn't have to. And so that's my advice for the brother is, like, learn your rights and learn when to keep your mouth shut, because you should have told this officer from the get-go that you don't answer questions. Like, the officer even said that it was a consensual encounter, so you didn't even You probably wouldn't have even had to get out of your car had you have just told the officer, like, I don't answer questions, have my Fifth Amendment right, I don't consent to any searches or seizures, I don't need to get out of my car, I haven't committed any crime. What crime have I committed? Do you suspect me of committing a crime? Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion? But he didn't say any of that. But anyways, let me know what y'all thought about this interaction in the comments. Thank y'all for watching today's video. Please hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Y'all have a nice day. Thanks for watching.